We have beaten the IRS numerous times in audits. Most of the time in an audit, they'll accept our gain calculation when we provide it to them. But other times, especially on larger traders, they will want to do their own gain calculation. And we generally beat them. Well, we have a 100% win rate in beating the IRS when they actually do audits and come up with their own gain calculation number. We 100% of the time win that. And the reason I think we win has to do with some procedural issues at the IRS. I think, first of all, they demand the information without having any explanation. The auditor demands the records. They give it to a crypto specialty team, subject matter experts, and then they, in the dark, look at these records to try to piece together the story of what this trader did. But they never talk to the trader. So they have no idea, like, when, everybody's got to, I was on this exchange, I moved to that exchange when this happened, blah, 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 blah. They don't hear any of that. They're just looking at records in the dark. And then they package them all up and they hand them off to a contractor who I would say is a contractor that never was very strong in the gain calculation industry. And they have since sold their product and they are just doing it in a fairly manual method. And it introduces significant amount of error just because they're doing a lot of manual massaging of the data. And it's typically in that area where we trip them up and show that they made mistakes. I think the IRS struggles with doing gain calculation correctly. Now, if you haven't done gain calculation, when you get audited, well, then you're in a real dangerous position because you haven't given them a number to refute. Now, this is also why I believe that the IRS is going to be reinforcing the use of criminal investigation methods. With criminal investigations, all they have to do is show that you failed to report at least $10,000 in crypto gains. Now, of course, the judge will expect that number to be much higher if you're taking a criminal prosecution and trying to put somebody in jail. But they don't have to prove the correct number. And that's the issue that we get into with audits, is we can generally disprove whatever number the IRS comes up with. But in a criminal investigation, as long as they can prove you didn't report enough of your crypto income, then you are as a defendant, you're kind of defenseless. So it's a quicker prosecution. They get more money out of the client. I think it's less expensive to the IRS. So I think we're going to see a lot more of that.